All righty. Hello, wonderful people. It is Thursday, November 12th, and we're here for math. We're going to use the 4 operations to solve some word problems today, and we're going to use a couple different operations because today we're moving on to great big 3rd grade math, everyone's favorite, multiple step number stories. So we're going to be doing some problem solving with word problems, and they're going to have multiple steps. Multiple means more than one, and steps are the things that we do to answer problems and to solve problems. So we're going to look at a couple questions today on the Google Meet, and then you're going to do a Google Meet activity, or a Google Form activity with some questions for you to answer. After you submit that, you are going over to Reflex or Compass, and with your time that's left over, you're working on fact fluency and playing a math game. Oh, Colin.
I've never had before, and it's going in my book. Things to do. I wondered about that. I'll talk to you about it later.
All right, Nikayla's back. Colin wants to do fractions. Oh, it's coming. I promise you it's coming.
Well, we'll give it to him now.
Before we get...
Can't hear. She go out and come back in.
Please. We are working on a technology issue, so while that gets started, I'm going to send you to this video. If you can... I can't hear me at all.
Kayla can't hear you either. Kayla just logged on.
It kicked her out.
Who?
Nikayla. If you can hear me, put a yes in the chat box one time.
Amy can hear you, so that's not it. So.
Okay. All right, good deal. For the friends who can hear me, we're going to move on, and the friends who can't are going to be able to take care of this later. We are working on word problems and solving problems, so before we get started, we're going to throw it back to Brain Pop and get some background knowledge about how to solve problems and make some cool connections to our reading skills that I've been talking about. How do you know that's the right solution? If you can't see or hear the video, let Ms. Signorino know, please. Where did it go?
Yes, Emily can hear now. Nikayla's logging out and back in.
Okay.
Oh no, Moby. It's our turn to make sandwiches for the soccer team. We totally forgot. Cool.
I think she's having a technology.
There are 8 players, and each one gets a sandwich. That's 8 sandwiches. Each sandwich needs 2 slices of bread. How many slices do we need altogether?
Yeah, now we can hear.
To solve any problem, first you have to understand it. How can you understand a word problem? Try repeating the problem in your own words to help you understand. Right, Moby. We want to know how many slices of bread are needed to make 8 sandwiches. You may want to underline or circle important information in the problem and underline the question. Look for key words that give clues about which operation to use, like addition or subtraction. The next step is to make a plan. How do you plan to solve a word problem? A strategy is a plan for solving a problem or reaching a goal. You can use one strategy or a few different ones. You can draw pictures, or you can use models or counters. You can even act out the problem. You can also make a table or chart, or write a number sentence to help you solve. As long as you solve the problem correctly, you can use whatever strategy you want. Find the one that works best for you. After you plan your strategy, you try it out. I'm going to draw pictures. Let's see. There are 8 players, and each gets 2 slices of bread. Now I count up all the slices. We need 15 slices of bread. How can you make sure you solved the problem? After you solve, look back at the question to make sure you answered it. We wanted to know how many slices of bread we need to make 8 sandwiches. I think we need 15 slices. You're right, Moby. You should always check your work. Hey, I made a mistake in my drawing. That's okay, Moby. Mistakes happen. That's why you need to check over your work. We need 16 slices of bread. This loaf costs $3. I'm paying with a $5 bill. How much change should I get back? First, understand the problem. I need to know how much money I should get back. Second, make a plan to solve. I'm going to use mental math as my strategy. I have a $5 bill, which is equal to 5 $1 bills. The bread costs $3. That means I should get $2 back. Now I need to check my work. I can write a number sentence to check. $5 minus $3 is equal to $2. Remember, when you come across a word problem, just follow these steps. First, understand the problem. Next, make a plan to solve it. Then, solve the problem. Finally, check your work. If your plan doesn't work, that's okay. You can just make another plan to solve the problem. Moby, we better make these sandwiches. What kind did you make? Mayonnaise, raisins, and cardboard?
I love how you're putting the answers to the questions in the chat box. You did a wonderful job. Thank you for staying with me. I know some of us had some technology issues, but this video will be in the Google Classroom after this. But we needed to keep it on to be part of our recording. That was giving us some reminders of how to solve word problems, how to answer questions, and how to use different strategies. And we're going to use some of that today with the knowledge that you have to answer some questions. On the left of your screen is another word problem strategy. It's called the cubes. They use each letter to remind us what to do. So they tell us to circle the numbers in the problems, underline the question being answered, box up the keywords so we know what to do. E is for evaluate. That means check your answer and draw things you need to do, draw some conclusions, and then you solve and you check. These are the same steps that we always use when we answer questions, even if we don't use this strategy, but that's one that you're going to see a lot more of coming up in our work. So the sample question that we're going to talk about together this morning says this on the right. Andrea made 4 pans of muffins. Each pan made 6 muffins. She made 18 pumpkin muffins, and the rest were banana muffins. How many muffins did she make? It's a bunch of muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea makes 4 big pans of muffins, and each pan makes 6 muffins. Did I? I'll fix it. She made 18 pumpkin muffins, and the rest were bananas. So how many banana muffins did she make? And I'll fix that typo in just a minute. So the first thing in the cubes using this strategy is to circle the numbers, and we do that when we are working together here at school. So I circled the 4, the 6, and the 18 because those are the numbers that I can see quickly. She made 4 pans and 6 muffins in each pan, and we know that she made 18 pumpkin muffins, and we want to know how many banana muffins there are. The last is underlined, the last sentence, because the question that we're going to solve is how many banana muffins did she make? Don't jump ahead and tell me 24. I'm going to show you why in a minute. And then we boxed up the keywords, each pan and the rest. Remember that we are talking about multiple step word problems. So you have 24, and I know that you got 24 because I can read your minds by multiplying the 6 and the 4, but that's not the whole answer. Take a look at this. 6 times 4 is 24. You're correct, but that's only part of the question. That only tells me how many muffins Andrea made in all. From the 24 muffins that I have total, I know that 18 of them are pumpkin muffins. So 24 total muffins minus 18 pumpkin muffins equals 6 banana muffins. Some of you are saying 6 times 6. And at the end of the video, I'm going to have you unmute and explain to me where you got 6 times 6 from, because I'm confused. And I don't have the picture.
Would you open up?
He's in his meet. He's not with me.
Oh, you're not, okay. Because I'm going to have to go get the markers. So I'm not going to be monitoring chat.
It's good. I'm getting ready to sign them off.
Okay, perfect.
So Andrea, I drew you all a picture and it didn't post, so I'll have to show you that later. Andrea made 4 pans of muffins, and each pan makes 6. So try and visualize that, thank you, in your head. 6 times 4 is 24 total muffins that Andrea made. And I know that 18 of them were pumpkin, but I don't know how many were banana. So I took the total and took away a part, and 24 minus 18 is 6. She made 6 banana muffins. And that's my answer on the bottom. I restated an answer. She made 6 banana muffins. This question, I know 6 times 6 is 36, but that doesn't answer my question. 6 times 4 is 24, and then 24 minus 18 is 6 more muffins. The leftover missing 6 muffins are banana. The questions you have to answer today follow the same patterns, but they're going to be a little bit easier. Today, we kind of tried to trick you and challenge you by having you multiply and subtract. We're going to see how this goes. Today is a preview kind of situation. Your Google form activity just posted. It says multiple step word problems, and it's blue on top. It's going to look, oh my goodness, there are so many questions. It's going to look like this. The first thing is another video of the cube strategy and how to solve word problems from Miss Signorino. After you watch this video, you have questions to answer. They look like this. It has the question on top, and then it has another strategy for you on the bottom. So the cube strategy that we just talked about is here in the video. The solve strategy is on your card. It says, see what the question is asking, put in order the steps that are needed, label or draw the steps, verify or check that your answer makes sense, and then explain your work. So you have a couple of these cards. A pet shelter had 25 puppies and 5 more came in. If 6 puppies were adopted, how long would it take for them to be adopted? How many days? 3, 4, 2, or 5? This is going to take you a few minutes, so please take your time. There's, I think, 5 of them for you to answer. Take your time, use scrap paper, take care of you. You've got this. Okay? Okay. After that, you have reflex time. I would love to see everyone get a green light. With any time you have left over, you are playing games from your packets or practicing your fact fluency. Some of us have a bonus Google Meet with Mr. Bill coming up. I've got one at 10:30. 10:45, 11, 11:15, and 11:30. We'll see if these work. We're going to try our best today. Real quick before you leave, remember that you need to refresh Google Classroom to get your activity. And then unless you have a meeting, 11 to 12:20 is your lunch and lifetime. 12:30 to 1:30 is your specials time. Some of you are logging on at 12:30 with me, and we're going to do something. And then at 1:30, I'll see you again here.
Do I have one at 12:30?
Yes, you do have one at 12:30, friend.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to stop recording so I can answer the rest of your questions. And then we're going to try these other meets today and see how they work. We're going to be flexible. I'm going to press stop and answer your questions.